When did you realize you were attractive? 1. I'm not attractive, but a girl did scream "Hey, you're cute" at me while I was pumping gas the other night. I'm sure she was drunk, but I'll be riding that ego boost for at least the next 3 months. 2. My dad started pointing out how many girls were checking me out whenever we were in public. I was always oblivious to it, mostly because I was in a long-term relationship and never really cared. Initially I laughed at the notion, but a few of my girlfriends have started to point out the same. 3. When I was told I was the highest quality meat at the gym, by an absolute babe. I felt so objectified. It was great. 4. In high school, my friends and I stumbled across a rally for 9/11 truthers and started to argue with them. At one point one of the truthers got fed up and told us to go away and get a life. He turned to me and said, "You're a good-looking guy. Why don't you go get a girlfriend?" It's rare to get that kind of compliment from someone who's pissed at you. 5. When I heard my little son 6 tell his friend, "No, I do not look like my mummy, I look like my dad, we are both handsome." 6. When a few of my female friends told me I used to have such a crush on you in high school. In fact, a lot of girls did. I never knew about it, so I never made any passes at them and went through high school thinking I looked like a potato. 7. I've had to put less and less effort into conversations over the years. 8. A really cute girl in my psych class put her hand on my shoulder in a conversation once, gave it a squeeze and then glanced at my shoulder. She made this little ooh sound, her eyes kinda glazed, and she started just kinda holding her hand there, lightly squeezing. I was pretty uncomfortable about it at this point and asked if she was okay. She just sorta smiled and said, "Yeah, much better thanks," pats my shoulder and turns away. I asked another girl what that was about and she just said, "Really? Girls like hot guys." 9. When I was a kid I never thought of myself as attractive. The boys at school, and the girls, made it very clear that I was a buck-toothed freak. We went on holiday to Cape Town December 1998, I was 13 then, and we were in a restaurant one day after a few days of sun and swimming and I went to the bathroom. As I was washing my hands I looked up into the mirror and suddenly my face looked different. Guess the tan paid off well against sun-bleached blonde hair. I just stared at myself and wondered if it really was me. I didn't recognize myself. Shrugged it off and went back to my family, but I then started noticing that grown-ass men were staring at me. It freaked me out. Boys started wanting to hang out with me on the beach. It freaked me out. I was never hot and I never wanted to be. But that was the day I realized that I wasn't a total troll.